Every visionary has a story to tell. These stories educate and inspire us all.
You could hear them cranking up in the morning and hear the click, click, click of the roller coaster.
It's really feeling satisfied and feeling gratified with bringing happiness to young children, especially families.
Working with people who are having a good time is so much better than any other job.
Join us as we learn from these trailblazers.
It started 27 years ago with a small restaurant by the owner called Su Jigong. And that's where he started, and that was at that time because of the economic reform at that time. So he has the opportunity to grow his company from that point on. And then after the restaurant, we have the safaris, and then we have the hotels, and then we have the amusement park, the water park, and the marine park now. The opportunity is, first of all, it's interesting. And at that time, amusement park industry in China was at its infant stage. And it was a good opportunity for me to use my international experience and work with this industry in China. When I first started develop the amusement park, me and the chairman and the whole team took a trip around the world to look at different facilities, including IAAPA Park in Germany and all this famous park around the world. So every time when we have a major development or a major investment, we did that as well. Keep everything up to date, including quality and safety and consumer services. In the last couple of years, you know, the dark rides and the interactive rides are really, really impressive. And this is something that, to me, is what will be the future of our company. In the old days, go back like 10, 12 years ago, the quality control for big ride is not, that reliable at that time. Well, it's much better now. The domestic manufacturing is now improving very much as well. The one important thing is, we call that the government harmonization. It's safety standard harmonization around the world, because in China, we have independent safety standards. And not that the standard is no good, but from time to time, there are differences between the, you know, the ASTM standard or TUV standard versus the GB standard in China. Not that the China standard is no good, but when they are different, then you really have to be very careful when you buy something. You have to make sure that the manufacturer are in compliances with both standards. So sometimes it costs us more to pay for the same ride. The way Asian operation is, they make a huge investment initially, and then but the subsequent maintenance and the subsequent care of the operations sometimes is not as good as the outside world. there's a tendency of amusement park in China getting more and more westernized. For example, we have the Halloween now, we have the Christmas celebration now in the park as a party. I started with coming for the participation in a trade show. Actually, that's the time we are looking for rides and supplies from the IAAPA exhibition. That's how I got involved. It was great. First, it allowed us to establish the trade channel, or at least know where to buy and what to buy. And then later on, we realized the association provides safety guidelines and all this harmonization committee as well. So that we realized the association is really helping us to develop into an international company. After 5 years of participating in the trade show, we got involved and we want to actively participate in the association. So I first started by joining the Asia Advisory Committee, and then eventually I was chairman for a couple of years for that committee, and then I joined the Board of Directors. Asia is a growing market and it's became big. And it's not just in China, rather like I say, for example, Vietnam, India, they're all emerging market now. Together with the mature market in Japan and Korea, that will really form, a huge market in the world, and it's growing rapidly.